I am down at Durand Eastman Park. This is Dave from Roch Rides. I'm going to take my hiboy S2pro on a ride down from Durand Eastman down through Lake Ontario. It's a soapbox derby weekend, so I don't know if they have part of the thing closed down for the weekend, so part of the road, so we'll find out. You go slow, you read a lot of people walking their dogs. I loosened my suspension up a little bit on my hiboy. That's why you hear a little rickety. Oh, bird. It's about 4:30, maybe 4:45 at nighttime. I know that they got the road partially closed off because it's soapbox derby weekend. Probably tomorrow, I think it is. I tried to quiet down the rear suspension on this thing. It's the creak in you hear, that's the rear suspension. I turned it upside down, tried to clean it off. I sprayed some white lithium grease on it. Still squeaky. I hope I don't have one of those S2Pros that crack in half when you're riding them. It is a real reliable scooter though. I wasn't going to ride today because I took my dog for like a 3-mile walk. My back is killing me. But it's too nice of a day. Plus, people really like the S2Pro for a reason, for some reason. Out of all my videos, my S2Pro gets the most view. How you doing?
It's rather small.
This is a fairly decently long trail, so I usually get good footage out of here. I don't mind helping the scooter get up the hill a little bit. That's why the camera angle is going to be a little goofy. Thing is, this thing's 500 watt peak, so it's not like my other two scooters. My Evercross is 800 watt, and my, believe it or not, my 9 Max goes up to like 750 watt peak. Same motor as this, 350 watts, but it has way more climbing power. But this has a higher top speed, which is kind of weird. The 9 goes 18 miles an hour, and this goes up to 20. This one freewheels a lot better than the 9. What I mean by that is once you take your thumb off the throttle, it goes faster. The 9's got like a restrictor. I mean, yeah, they both have regenerative braking, but the 9 must be set to a higher level because it restricts you more than this one. How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Yeah, they got this closed off for soapbox derby. How you doing? There's a lot less people than I thought would be down here. I thought there'd be a lot of people down here because usually, like tomorrow it'll be packed. You won't be able to even park your car down here. Because Soapbox Derby, they have tons of people down here on that weekend. Oh, there's some of the cars over there. They must be doing the trial runs. Yeah, that's the hill they race right there. That's the hill. See how they got all the hay bales? They launch them from up here at the top of the hill. How you doing? See, they launch, remember I was telling you how they launch some boats. There's some boats out there too. People usually go swimming off their boats here at Durand. See, I helped this sucker get up the hills a little bit. This one's got a complete different feel than my 9 Evercross because this is front wheel drive. The other two are rear wheel drive. So this one's got a whole different feel to the power. This one's like my brother's Vorcool L9. That's got a front wheel drive motor. Only his has like it's 500 watt in the front to 1,000 watt peak. It's hard to make it on YouTube. You can make 20, 30 videos, but you have to deal with a lot of companies to get you views and subscribers. And the only reason why you'd even want to do that is so that you could be sponsored and get different vehicles to test. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get one a sponsor where I can get a a dual motor scooter, so one's powerful enough to ride through the woods. Because we have tons of trails here. Plus, I'm a tire delivery driver, salesman, and I'm a tire delivery salesman, and I go down through the southern tier, so you can. There's a lot of trails down there in the southern tier. It's nothing but trails. It's nothing but woods. How you doing? These are perfect when you have a bad back for going walking. How you doing? There's a few people down there swimming. They really pelted that sign, the Durand Eastman sign. This grass must have been pretty damn high. I want to knock this sucker over. I brought my dog down here this morning. She went swimming in the lake. Ooh, excuse me. Usually bring her down to lot A. And that usually you can get access to the beach easier on lot A. Yeah, so you can get access down here. Oops, go ahead. Go ahead. Yep. I guess it starts at lot A and goes all the way down. These little kick scooters go pretty far if you got them in comfort mode. If you got it in sport mode, you know, they eat up the battery, but comfort mode, you can get probably 20 miles out of it. Especially if you let the regen brake work, like on this one. The hiboy, the regen brake works real good. There's the castle of the White Lady right there. That's been around for forever. Everyone claims to see the ghost of the White Lady at the castle there. But if you go behind it, it's all littered. People go up there and drink and screw it up. You know, the lake's pretty calm. Shouldn't be having any traffic coming from that way because of a soapbox derby. We should have zero traffic there. Because here's a semi-steep hill, I don't want to kill the battery. Walk it up a little bit. That's why I was talking about the difference between the hiboy and the Segway. My Segway would have plowed up this hill with no problem. in drive mode, not sport. See, climbing that hill a little bit, or trying to climb it, knock this down a bar, the battery. I'm a little depressed with hiboy because everybody else came out with these new scooters. Like Segway's got a whole new lineup, and you know, the Evercross and everything, and hiboy kept the same scooter and renamed it KS4 or whatever the hell they call it. It's the exact same scooter as this, with hiboy written on the stem and a slightly different dashboard. Everything else is exactly the same. There's trails through here, through Durand, Eastman, that I'd love to ride, but I'd have to have a, you know, real powerful scooter to do it. At least the, you know, 52 volt or 60 volt. I'm going to throw this into sport mode just to see if I get anything out of it. Any difference in the hill climbing. There, it's in sport mode. I'm just going to shut the light off. Keep leaving the light on. Chews up the battery as well. If I was hiboy, I'd put two 500-watt motors on the scooter. Have a dual, you know, a dual wheel drive, and put a 15.6 amp hour battery in it, and have a toggle switch, kind of like their hiboy Titan Pro. They don't even have to put the different. They don't even have to put dual suspension on. Just leave the rear suspension, as long as you can loosen it up, because it's a pretty comfortable scooter. Just doesn't have the gonads that the other ones do. The Evercross and stuff. I gotta watch out for fox here. A fox ran across the road. I don't know if it was rabid, but this morning when I took Dot for her walk, a fox ran right in front of us. Glad it didn't chase after my dog. My dog's 10 years old. She might kill the fox, but she'll get bit up by doing it. The only thing really good about this, I mean, there's a lot of good things about this scooter, but one of the most important things is that regen braking actually does a good job. When you really regen the brake, I don't even use I don't use the disc brake on here. I only use the regen braking. See, right back there's a trail I would be taking one of those scooters on. I want to get an Outstorm Max. That's what I want to get. It's got like 5,600 watts, 60 volt. So I can tear up the trails. Got to come down at night when you're doing it, because cops will arrest your ass. Hey. See the deer? What's up, buddy? people probably feed them, and they're not scared of people or nothing. They'll walk right up to you. There's tons of turkey in these woods, tons of coyotes. That's the only thing I'm worried about running into while riding these things, the damn coyotes. Everything else would be alright, but the coyotes, forget about it. There shouldn't be hardly any traffic coming down here. See the deer? I was wondering what the hell made that sound. The thicket's breaking. Going up here so I can jump back on the path. Take a shortcut through the woods. Save a lot of my energy on the power going up that frickin' hill. See? Somebody should put some frickin' cement in there, level that out, because where the bridge meets the path is a huge divot. It takes away your momentum. So if I could just go right over there and keep my momentum, the thing would be no problem. There's a tons of trails up through here. I just looked to my left, there's another trail. I definitely want that Outstorm Max, that's what I want. I was going to say the Segway GT1, but for $1,000 less, I can get twice the power of a scooter from Outstorm. Or have them watch my video, and maybe I'll get lucky enough where they send me one to test it. The thing about doing this trail is going down the trail, it's all downhill. You know, when you first get here, coming back, it's all uphill. That's what chews up your battery. I mean, it's doing it 10 miles an hour, see? It's doing it, but you don't want to run it in the red. That's when it uses up too many volts. Try to keep it in like the green. At least this thing has a meter on it that tells you when they're using all the voltage, you know, which is a good thing. As long as it gets me up the hill, I don't care. I even have to kick a little bit, it's no big deal. Well, like I said, I walked almost 3 miles with my dog, 2.5 miles this morning. My back's killing me, so I prefer not to push it up the trail if I don't have to. The one thing I can say about Hiboy is that the scooter lasts, because this is over a year old and I don't have any problems with it, except for the creaky suspension. But in all fairness, it's probably because I'm 225 pounds. But I heard you're supposed to take the suspension off and put grease on it. I don't know how true it is, but that's what I heard. See that trail up there right behind the scooter? That runs all the way down. But you need a powerful scooter to ride that with some suspension on it. It's pretty hilly. That's why I want that Outstorm. It's got 11-inch wheels, 11-inch knobby tires. How you doing? How you doing? I'm going to track it on down to Seabreeze real quick. I still got 4 bars of energy, so might as well get the use out of it. They only have so many charges before you got to replace the battery. So if you got the energy, you might as well use the dang thing. We were playing miniature golf. That's open. I think the Parkview Diner is closed though. I went past it 3 times and there ain't nobody ever there, so. And I'm pretty sure Seabreeze is closed until tomorrow because I was going to take my brother and his girlfriend because, you know, he's epileptic, my brother, but he doesn't drive. I was going to take him today, but they're closed from the May 31st to June 3rd. They must be doing repairs on the rides. I don't know what all these people are doing here if the park is closed. There's a lot of cars here for a closed park. I wonder if they can't be closed. There's people up riding their rides. No, there's people in there. It's open. They said it was closed to the 3rd. I wonder if today's the first day they opened it. There's people in there buying tickets. Season passports. I don't want to take it too far down that hill. That's a steep hill. Now that people are all here, it's open. My brother's going to be pissed because he wanted to come here today. And it said closed May 31st to June 3rd. Yeah, see the kids are in there riding the cups and stuff. Shit. Well, I'm gonna have to bring them Tuesday now, that's for sure. I'll have to bring them Tuesday. See? I thought I seen them practicing, you know, working on that wheel this morning. I thought I seen them working on the wheel this morning, but I didn't know they were open. The Eagle, it's called. If I would have known, I would have brought them first thing this morning. They must have opened it. Must have opened at noon. They must have opened at noon today. How you doing? How you doing? Yeah, from now on, the only way I'm riding this thing is on, unless I'm going for, I know it's a straight road, it's just a sport mode. It climbs a lot better in the sport mode. It has no power in the, see, look at the red S for sport mode. It still has 4 bars. I'm going to fold the stem down. I gotta loosen this camera. There we go. Well, that was just a little short little ride through Durand, Eastman, down past Lake Ontario. Small ride through Durand, the park, and down to Seabreeze. My brother's gonna be pissed because he wanted to go to Seabreeze today. Well, I hope you guys have a good night. Dave from Rots Ride signing off. See you.